Hello, my subscribers. This is the third version of the intro to this video, and the fourth version of this video. This was my 1000 sub special, where I talked about other channels under 1000 subs, and hopefully encourage you to check them out. But as I kept making this video, and the exhaustion and absolute loathing that came from making the third version of this video, I realized that what I was making wasn't to the point. A subscriber special is supposed to thank the subscribers themselves. So I would just like to thank some subscribers YouTube tells me are subscribed to me. Matthew's Random Stuff, Gamer NB, International Funny Man, Luigi 77714, Craig the Cow, and everyone else who's decided to stay here with all of my nonsense. This video, as you might have noticed, is longer than what I usually make, and I don't want people getting bored halfway through before they get to some of the really good channels, because, of course, you gotta save the best for last. So, on screen right now, in the description, and in a pinned comment below, are timestamps for each of the channels I talk about. So, if any of those names, or the many descriptive blurbs I give about them fancies your interest, then check it out, and just scrub this section of the first 3 seconds don't catch you, or whatever. If the first 10 seconds don't catch you. There's a lot more I could say about how I feel about this video, but then we'd be here for 12 more minutes. So, let's all watch the rest. I'm not watching this again. Let's get into the rest of the scheduled video. So, MusiCaleb. MusiCaleb is a nice channel I found a couple months ago. He does piano covers, and he does a lot of them. Recently, he published a video about a K-pop band called Dreamcatcher. I'm not exactly invested in the world of K-pop. MusiCaleb talked about the history of Dreamcatcher, got me invested in their songs, which you could see the immediate effects of if you looked at the video that I think were released just before this one. So, yeah. He does, these piano covers are, like, really great. I really like the pianos, just listen to them, just go It's very nice. He also made a cover for Dreamcatcher's most recent song, Odd Eye, about, like, less than 24 hours after it was released, which leads me to believe that he doesn't have, like, a sheet or anything of this music. He just, like, listens to it, transposes it, puts it on the keys, and makes it sound great. Like, I'll put in some footage here, maybe. If you were one of the crazy people that made it to the end of my 2-hour caramel dancing video, you would have already seen him, which, yep, that's where I first discovered him, in my hunt for 2 hours worth of caramel dancing. I gotta say, a lot of things that video did to me, finding MusiCaleb was one of the best ones. So, let's move on to the next YouTuber. Okay, so here we have MaybeItsRyan, which, maybe it's Maybelline. Okay. MaybeItsRyan is just some animator YouTuber. Don't know how I found him. Probably left a comment on one of my videos. I was just like, oh, one of my videos, maybe just another random video of, you know, the billions on YouTube. I'm like, I like that. I like that comment. I'm gonna check out your channel. And so I found him like that. That's how I found that's how I find a lot of some YouTubers. He only has 2 videos up, and it's just a random thoughts parody, which Zae Animates did. And he's got some nice animations. They're pretty. They're better than what I would do for that. Well, they're art style wise. Animation wise, pretty nice. It's smooth and stuff, which is good. He's only got a few subscribers right now, less than 100. So if you like animation channels and you want to take a chance on this one and say, I followed you when you only had like 5 subscribers, yeah, or be one of those people, yeah, you can do that with this channel. Find him before it gets too late. Anywho, Danimatic Sketch. Danimatic Sketch is the YouTube channel of the guy that runs the channel. Danimatic Sketch also has a webtoon canvas comic called Super Zero. I've been there for a few years, and I gotta say, once you get past those first couple episodes, it gets fantastic. Like JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. By first couple episodes, I just mean the art style. Plot-wise, it's still, you know, pretty solid. And there's some plot lines that you think are dropped, but he says he's working on those, so we're gonna see. Anyway, this isn't... read Super Zero. It's not what I'm trying to get across here. He's still got a nice channel. His art style is really nice. He just got into brown line art recently. And, the one thing I like about him is... What I like about his channel is that he has speed paints. I usually hate speed paints. You know why? They're called speed paints. But when I see the little number thingy that tells me how long the video is, it's 12 minutes long, or it's 30 minutes long. I've never found one that's like, I haven't really found any. They're like under 10 minutes long or something. They're always just like, here's a 30-minute speed paint. Which, I guess, yeah, considering how long and how hard it is for me to draw on digital, I can see why your speed paints are 30 minutes, but here's the thing. Speed it up to like 1000% and make that baby 30 seconds long. Which is what Danimatic Sketch is. I don't think he turns it up to 1000, I think he's just honestly a really fast drawer. And most of his speed paints come in under 1 minute. If they are longer than 1 minute, it's either because it's got a lot of stuff going on, or he kept in the parts where he just, you know, left the computer for a while, and then comes back like 30 seconds later, and like the actual speed paint is even less. So, you know, that's why I like Danimatic Sketch. He's also got some memes of his characters, so if you aren't sure about Super Zero, maybe you can see those memes and, you know, read a bagel or whatever. And let's move on to our next YouTuber. Now, next we have Viclis. Vicilize, probably one of those. I'm gonna say Viclis. Probably met him in a live stream or something, whatever. Clicked on his channel, or he left a funny thing in the stream, or made a JoJo's reference. It was probably that. And he did mashups, or maybe I just found him by accident, to be honest. He does song mashups. First one I watched was Stress Kong, which is amazing. This Kong has a... He's moved on to make other mashups of, you know, slightly more popular things. Most recent one is something from like a few weeks ago. I'm trying to find his channel on my phone if you can't tell. Is Apple Billie Jeans. I thought it was Michael Jackson thing. Which is a mashup of Low. It's a mashup of that song and Billie Jean. If you don't know what Billie Jean is, please get out of here. Leave. Educate yourself. But yeah, the person does mashups. Looking at this channel on my phone, there's also a few things. Something mega collab entry. Something Fractured Galaxy. But most of it's just mashups. So if you like mashups, go there! You know? Next up on the list is Zae Animates. Zae Animates is an animator, of course. I think I found him because he made a Klondike bar thing. I looked at one of his very first videos, just like, what would you do? No, here, I can play it right here.
What would you do for a Klondike bar?
That video is currently in my liked playlist, you know, so that's some quality content in there. he only has 96 subscribers, which I gotta say, pretty lame. Not that he's lame. I found in several of his other videos, descriptions, Instagrams, because you leave links to places in your description, I'll follow them. I'll look at them. Unless it's a Discord, because I don't... If it's an Instagram link, I'll follow it. If it's a YouTube link, I'll follow it. If it's a Tumblr link, I don't go there. He's a nice animator. He's got a couple of other funny things. He also did another random stories, random thoughts thing. If you look at his earlier videos and compare them to later ones, you'll see that they're actually really, they've improved. Also, his two most recent ones have gotten very popular. One because he did something related to Steven Universe, while Steven Universe Future was still running, and he did a thing for the Dream SMP, which I like to call Dream Simp because I'm not there. I don't watch his videos, barely know what it is. I only know what Dream Simp is because of MatPet's video on it. So, yeah. Zae Animates, great animator, look at him. Next up we have Colony in all caps. Oh, I should have music in between here. Here, I'm gonna stop speaking so I can insert some music around. Colony, he does covers. I found him gotta give an origin story. Found him because... Yeah, him. I found him because he made a cover of An Unkindness's Anything. If you don't know what An Unkindness is, I won't rant too much. An Unkindness is a band that is... Band? It's music. It's a music group, artist, helmed by Adam's last name, of yourmoviesucks.org, which is at 1 million subscribers. He's got like... Won't talk about him, gonna talk about Colony. I was gonna watch a couple of more of Colony's covers before I talked about him, but reading this script, freeforming this script was kind of like a spur of the moment thing, so I don't know what the rest of his videos kind of sound like. But based on his cover of Anything, it's amazing. Like, the song itself is amazing. I sort of like the cover more than the actual song. Maybe because I've listened to the cover maybe 2 or 5 more times more than the original song. So, yeah. He also, all of the covers don't seem to be, like, popular things, none of the Disney stuff, none of the top 50 hits or whatever. All of them seems to be just, like, music that, that he enjoys. This is still recording. Okay, great, I've not been talking to myself for, like, the past 30 minutes. It seems to just be, like, bands or music groups that he enjoys and wants to make covers of, which is nice. Making videos that you like, for yourself, that you kind of just want to share, that's nice. That's nice. Anyway, that's Colony. Now I'm gonna put in some music here, or maybe, well... Just shut up. Listen good. We have one more animator on this list. We have Gaming Grace. The only notes I have on her, which is actually stuff I wrote down in the script, is eddworld JoJo animator. Very impressed. Sounds like I'm very impressed by her. I do know she has some oh no, I'm remembering her art style now and like this stuff. Yeah, she's a good animator. Hey, don't I have to edit all of that? No. Okay, maybe I will edit the audio. My brain's trying to create or remember a meme here, but it's just dying in pain. And our last one here for today is Lonk, who I haven't recorded his audio yet, so we're gonna edit that in post. Here's Lonk, I guess. Do do do. Ready? Okay. Hi, I'll be your guide.
Hello?
Yes, hello.
Oh, hi.
Alright, great. So,
like, it's gonna be like an interview thing where you ask me questions, or am I just gonna go off on whatever the fuck I do?
yes, but yeah. I have a script here in very heavy quotation marks because it's just 2 questions, and that's it. You talk as long as you want for those questions, but like, long enough for those questions. So.
Okay. So, I guess let's get started.
Okay, so what does your channel have to offer?
Totally quality content. Totally not just me rambling on about random things in my life. Yeah. Oh my god, my dog is being loud.
That's fine. I find that whenever I record myself, I take really loud breaths in between sentences, and that's just been bothering me during editing because
yeah, I do that. Yeah, I do that too sometimes. I try to keep the heavy breathing to a minimal because I don't want to annoy people with my stupid breathing.
So, why do you want people to subscribe to your channel?
I mean, being a YouTuber is really something that I've wanted to do for a while, and now I, in quotation marks, have a means to do it, albeit it's not the way I want to do it. I definitely plan on fixing that whenever I can actually get money. But yeah, I just kind of I just kind of do stuff in however way I can go about doing it. That's really about it.
Well, I'm cheap. I'm like aggressively cheap with my YouTube stuff. Like, if there's a way I don't have to pay money for it,
Same
I'll do it. Yeah,
I
like,
don't I keep if I ever edit, it's always bare minimum stuff.
yeah,
You can see how very very small amounts of editing in my videos. Very small, if any at all.
yeah. That's nice about your style of videos. I don't think it requires like too much editing. Like the main. No, I'm gonna stop talking now. uh, the like I.
No, no, you're perfectly correct. That's usually how commentary works. You don't need fancy things. You really just uh the most notorious form of commentary is probably commentary that's in front of, commentary that commentates over top of gameplay footage of different games. That one's probably one of the easiest to do because it's literally just record your voice, record you playing a video game for 10 minutes or so, however long the video is, and then you're golden.
I had a third question, like that I made up on the spot, and now I don't remember what it is.
Okay. Hold on. Getting my dog to stop barking. Stop barking, you stupid, dumb animal. Alright, I think I've tamed the wild beast here. Anyway, that was the question.
Oh, I don't remember what the question was. I had a third question that I came up with. I came up with it like I don't know, like
I mean,
I came up with like
that's fine.
oh hold on, I think it's coming back. What's okay? I said it. What's been like your favorite video so far? Like, what stuff that you want to do? I think those are 2 separate questions. Okay, so look at that, 2 questions.
Well,
okay.
And my dog is going back to bark. You know, whatever.
Yes, dog. Keep the dog in.
Hold on.
Anyway, so for the thing where it was like my favorite video, the one I did on the Carson situation was probably the one I put the actual most effort into. I actually like went to go collect screenshots for it and even like put sources in the description and shit. So that's probably my most well-made video in quotation marks because it's still fast compared to what I probably could do if I decided to do it. But to say my favorite video would probably be a joke video I made that's like 14 seconds long, and it's back before I even like started started actually editing my videos and well, again, quotation marks editing. It was like a 14-second long video where Breath of the Wild, how like actually you probably don't know, but like basically there's this king the tutorial section of the game, the Great Plateau, is basically like this guy, this old man is like, hey, you want to get off the Great Plateau, but you will fall to your death if you don't have a paraglider. So I'll give you the paraglider if you do this in return. If you go to these 4 shrines in return, and then it's revealed that the old man is King Will Boss around this Hyrule, and there's this YouTuber named Point Crow where like he acts surprised every time it's him, and I know I'm rambling here, but like it was me going like, hey, why you glowing? Hey, why you glowing? And then it shows King Will Boss around this Hyrule, and I go, whoa! It's a really dumb video. And like even in the background, you can hear my brother say, "Shut up." Then I guess stuff I want to make in the future. My dog's about to bark again. I want to actually like make properly edited videos in the future. I can't really do that from the app I use on my phone, because I don't really have a computer I can use for that stuff. And oh my god, you stupid dog, hold on.
Oh gosh, what is that?
Okay, I returned. Sorry, that was the screen door to the backyard. Because I went to go put my dog inside so she stopped barking. So anyway, yeah, I want to like actually make properly edited videos once I get the stuff to actually do that, because it's really hard with a crappy app that I got on my phone. I mean, it's decent for what it is, but like, it's just not like half the features I don't even see myself using because it's not really all that useful.
So I guess that's the thing I want to do. I'm not really sure how like I actually want to do things. That's the thing. There's a lot of things that I want to do that I'm interested in doing, but whether or not I can pull them off successfully is a whole other thing.
Yeah, I completely oh no, my computer went dead because I haven't been touching it for the past 5 minutes. So I decided, you know what, die. But I do get that. Like I have a bunch of ideas and stuff, and I write them down. I go clicky clacky on the computer for I did something. But yeah, I've got like 50 different scripts for stuff on my computer. I've got like little jot notes of everything. And each and every one of those really cool ideas I'd like to do would take too long for me to feasibly do. Well, not like too long, but like longer than I would like to. Because as I've learned through editing is long. It's a long process. I don't like it, and it's kind of stupid. It's not stupid. It makes stuff more engaging to look at, because I feel like if people are looking at static image on a screen, it's just going to turn into a podcast, and I don't like podcasts or audio.
That is quite literally my videos. That is quite literally my videos.
It is, but voice.
It is literally just a picture of Toon Link. Most of them are him in a barrel. Some of them are him doing a goofy face. That's really about it.
Yeah, with some YouTubers, they can actually. I don't watch many actually, you're the only YouTuber that does that, that I watch that does that. It's just like, you know, static image voice. I can handle that from you, and you specifically, probably. But, like, if it's, even if, like, not with other YouTubers mostly. Like, if I'm doing that with other YouTubers, it's mostly like, it's a video I have off to the side, I'm just listening to it. It's pure white noise to me. Unless it's like a video I know by heart, and then I'll just chime in and say, pretend that was an actual quote from a video. But
That was a good quote. That brought a tear to my eye right there.
yeah, I wasn't sure whether I was going to have like I settled on the interview stuff, but I wasn't sure if like I was gonna like send you a bunch of lines to say. But then again, that would require me thinking out lines and typing them and communicating with you about that. And communication is scary, so I didn't do that.
It was cringe. I agree. Yeah, that's why I use the app solely for communication. Totally.
Yeah, okay, yeah, you keep talking. Okay, what else do you want to... I'm not sure. I can always edit in your closing words out of order or something. Do you want to have something fun to say when you pop up on screen?
No. I'm not a funny guy. I'm not good at like just saying. I'm not sure. All right, fine then. Hi, my name is Lonk. Shout out to my blackmailer. Love you, bro. Lolicon.
Fantastic.
There. Yeah. That's